Hello, welcome to Helping Hands TV. Today we're going to do a devotional with Reverend A.R.T.
Yes.
and I am Pastor Sheila. We would like to welcome you today as we do our daily devotional. We are a ministry that's located at 769 East Roosevelt Avenue, Grants, New Mexico. We can be reached by phone at 505-287-5565. Our fax number is 505-287-9002. We can also be reached on the web at www.cbhelpinghandsministries.com. Come and visit us as we lift the Lord up daily. Today we're going to start with a devotional that's by Sarah Young, and it reads as follows. Keep your eyes on me. Waves of adversity are washing over you, and you feel tempted to give up. And your circumstances consume more and more of your attention. You are losing sight of me. Yet I am with you always, holding you by your right hand. I am fully aware of your situation, and I will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able to bear. Your gravest danger is worrying about tomorrow. If you try to carry tomorrow's burdens today, you will stagger under the load and eventually fall flat. You must discipline yourself to live within the boundaries of today. It is in the present moment that I walk close to you, helping you carry your burdens. Keep your focus on my presence in the present. That comes from Psalm 71, verse 23, and 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. So what would you think that they are actually saying to us?
Well, one of the things that I was reading about what you're saying, Pastor Sheila, is that the first part was keep your eyes on me, and it was like the when Peter himself was walking on the water, and Jesus was coming out to the boat, and Peter said, at first they got scared, but then Peter said, "Oh Lord, is that you?" And of course Jesus said, "Yes, it's I." And Peter said, "May I come out to you and walk on the water?" Well, Jesus said, "Come." And I like that. And the thing about it, Jesus said, "Come." So Peter walked on the water, walking on something that, walking on nature, so to speak, walking, doing something impossible for man to do. But as long as he kept his eyes on Jesus himself, he was focused, kept his eyes on Jesus, so it didn't matter what was going on around him. But when he took his eyes off of Jesus, when circumstances, when what we call life starts to happen, he began to look around and see what was going on, and he stopped looking at Jesus, began to sink, and of course Jesus helped him, pull him back up. But the same way with us, we keep our focus on other things around because we're in the world, but the Bible says that we're not of the world. We must keep focused on Him. And so that's the first thing I see there, Pastor Sheila, is that we got to keep our eyes on Jesus, because it says waves of adversities are washing over you. Life happens, things happen. Life can throw you a curveball sometimes. Things could be going on just smoothly, and all of a sudden a curveball comes your way, and it can take you off course. And what Jesus is saying is that don't let anything take you off course. Keep your eyes off of me. Keep your eyes on me. Don't look at your problems. Don't focus on your situation, but keep your eyes on me. And how do we keep our eyes on Jesus? With all this going on around of us, how do we keep our eyes on Jesus, keep focused on Him when so many things are happening? What would you say, Pastor?
Well, we have to realize who He is. We have to realize that He's not worried about our tomorrow because He holds our tomorrow. We have to realize that He's on the inside of us, but he's also walking alongside us. He's going before us and preparing the way. We also have to realize that we, as humans, are limited to time, but God is not limited to time.
Right.
So he's already made a way out for us before we ever get to that point. We're the ones that's stuck in time. But we have to accept him for who he is.
Right.
He's promised to never leave us, to never forsake us.
Right.
He's promised to make a way out of no way for us.
Yes.
So, faith plays a big part in that, because you've got to have the faith and the realization that, hey, this is God. He can truly take care of me. I don't have to worry about tomorrow,
right,
because your peace comes in knowing who he is. Your peace comes in knowing that he has it all under control. So I don't have to worry, right, because he's got me. I mean, I think when we finally come to realize that he truly has us, we will stop with all of the worrying. And, and the funny thing about it is that we can't do anything about it anyway.
Well, he's in control. And one of the things I heard a story one guy was telling one day about worrying is like a rocking chair. It goes back and forth, but it gets nowhere. So you don't move anywhere. And so God tells us in the Word not to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow take care of itself. You have enough going on today. And what it says here, though, is that when we worry, you put more burden on yourself and you weigh yourself down. And it's kind of like, I went to the gym a few weeks ago. That's I said a few weeks ago, right? And I was beginning to lift some weights. And I said, well, I'm going to put more weights on there. And I put the more weights on there. And behold, it was too much. I couldn't get it up because I put too much weight on there. And that reminded me is that, I put the weight on there. But it also reminded me that I have to build up to that much weight. And that's why God says, don't add more weight onto this day. God knows how much you can bear. He knows how much you can live. And it says here that he will not put more on you or tempt you beyond what you're able to bear. And what he's saying is that I will not put more weight on you so that you can't handle. He said, I wouldn't do that to you because you're my child. And so don't you put more weight on that because you're doing it yourself. I'm not putting more on you. And a lot of times we ask God, why? And God is saying, no, it's not me putting that weight on you. It's you doing it to yourself, or allowing the Satan to put more weight on you is what we do. Because Satan want to keep us defocused. Because if Satan keep us focused on money, on relationships, on power, keep us focused on that, then we can't focus on Jesus himself. So the burden, the trials and tribulations of life try to defocus us. But we got to have that power, which is the Holy Spirit on the inside of us, that say, Lord, please keep me focused on you, no matter what's going on around us. And I also think about the racehorse that they put, and Pastor Sheila, I don't know what they call it, but they put those blinders on the racehorse.
Yes.
And so the racehorse can look forward and go straight and not look to the left or look to the right. Because keep in mind that even when I was running track and it was running, you never want to look behind you, because if you look behind you, then that means that you may stumble and fall.
Absolutely.
And so Satan looking for us to stumble and fall, and therefore we got to keep our attention on Jesus in front of us, because he's the author and finisher, right, of our life, and so we got to keep focused on him.
And so what you're saying is that God is going to give you the grace for the challenges that you face.
Oh, yes.
And he gives it to you moment by moment, minute by minute, day by day, so, you just deal with what is in your life for that day, knowing that he's leading, guiding, and directing you, and he's already given you everything that you need to win the race.
Yeah, for that race, but for that race and for that day, because the race is for that day.
Yes, absolutely.
And so he said that I gave you enough to win today, and what he's saying is that I give you new grace, new mercies every single day. So I'm
Absolutely.
giving right, and so I'm giving you enough for today. He said in his word, don't worry. He said the birds don't worry. He said I feed them.
Mm-hmm.
He said so how much more I love you than the birds of the air.
Absolutely.
He said the birds they don't store food up, and I feed them. He said I'm going to feed you, and so we just got to keep focused on him, and he'll carry us through. And so the devotion for today is keep your eyes on me, and Jesus saying keep your eyes on him. He's the one that's going to carry you through.
What a blessing! What a blessing!
What a blessing!
This has been CB Helping Hands Ministries. We are located at 769 East Roosevelt Avenue in Grants, New Mexico. Our Sunday worship service is at 2 o'clock p.m. We have Sunday school at 1 o'clock p.m. We have, on Wednesdays, we have Bible study at 5 o'clock p.m. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have a youth group that meets from 4:45 to 6:30 p.m. That's every Tuesday and Thursday. On Mondays, we have a women's chat group. On Thursdays, we have a men's chat group, and we also have dealing with emotions and depression. We also can be found on the web at www.cbhelpinghandsministries.com. We're open daily from noon to 5. We offer a computer lab. We offer GED assistance. We offer assistance with applying for jobs. We have a computer lab that's available for your use. We have a team of ministers that cares about you. We will pray for you. We will certainly lift you up. We have a prayer warrior team that spans 8 different states. So if you have a prayer request, do not hesitate to give us a call. We also have a depression hotline that you can call. Again, you can reach us at 505-287-5565. And from CB Helping Hands Ministries, know that we are praying for you. We love you, and be blessed.
Be blessed.